Hey, Symphonic Strings kids, this is Mrs. Brody here to say hello. Hope you're doing okay during your spring break that you don't get to go anywhere. I am so sorry. But for your special surprise, I have a very wonderful guest. Her name is Dr. Kristin Domike, and she is my daughter, which is so amazing. She is a physicist, and we are going to have a little workshop with her on vibrato today. She came up with a method for teaching vibrato that is absolute genius and works better than anything I have ever seen. Since she told me about it 2 or 3 years ago, I do this with all of my students, and even when they come to me from other teachers with very tense vibrato, I can loosen them up pretty quickly, and they have a beautiful vibrato, usually in 3-4 months. It's magical. So here she is, she's going to explain it to you.
Okay, so it is very easy. It's all about staying as relaxed as you possibly can. So you want to take your right hand, have it somewhere kind of near the center of you. Your thumb can just go resting in there. Nothing should be pushing, so you shouldn't be gripping your thumb should never be pushing. So if you're ever feeling pressure, you stop right away. You've got these tendons that run right along the back of your hands. Pick the one that goes right down the middle between your ring finger and your middle finger, and you're just going to put the finger that's going to be vibrating right between those tendons. And it's just going to rock back and forth. It should be so gentle. You should never be trying to flip really far forward or really far back. Everything should be just staying incredibly smooth, incredibly gentle. You could do this if you're on a cello. Okay, you got the same thing, everything. But the main idea is you want it just to be as fluid as you can, nothing tight and like an oscillating wave, right? It doesn't have any kind of stop-start. Flowing, flowing, flowing. As soon as you're feeling comfortable with your second finger, you can give your third finger a try. When you're comfortable with that, give your first finger a try. I would say for your fourth finger, usually the best method is to have your third finger tucked right behind it. So when you're doing your vibrato, okay, and I prefer to do my fourth finger right at the very edge, just a little bit easier for me. So you can pick between what tendon's most comfortable for you, provided everything stays relaxed. So you make sure if you're doing your fourth finger, your third finger's tucked right up to support it, because you'll almost never just be trying to vibrate with the fourth finger on its own. Everything will tense up in your hand. So you got your third finger, you got your second finger, you got your first finger. You can go between whatever tendon is most comfortable for you, but it keeps your finger perfectly aligned, and it just gives you, as soon as you transfer that up to a violin, you're going to have that idea of really, really relaxed vibrato, really relaxed thumb, and it's going to transfer right onto your instrument.
Can you explain why it's important to keep it up like this, not be over like that?
So I found that when you have it around here, you're almost forced to stay relaxed.
And your wrist.
And your wrist is staying straight. You don't have anything that's going to be bending or tightening in any kind of way, which is really, really easy to happen. As soon as you start moving up here, and that's actually when I was growing up, when I was in high school and things, I'd practice pieces. I'd be at school playing up and down my arm.
Show them how you did that and how you do that.
Yeah, and so I would play through entire, sonatas, concertos, whatever piece I was working on in my head, along my arm. But
shifting.
I found, shifting.
But shifting is great because then you don't get tight.
Yeah, nothing got tight. It meant a lot of times I could actually cut my practice time down because I could practice without actually having to hold the instrument, which then meant I was practicing in a really relaxed way, thinking about the shifting, thinking about really relaxed vibrato, all that kind of thing, thinking about the rhythms. And then as soon as you get the instrument, you're a step ahead because you practiced relaxed, you've practiced, everything in your head first, and then you're transferring it and hopefully keeping a lot of that really relaxed, the shifting relaxed, the vibrato relaxed. You can practice vibrato up here too. There's actually a couple tendons that run right through here as well. So if you practice your shifting, you shifted, I'm up in third position. There's a tendon run right through there as well. So when you're playing some of those pieces, you can just play them on your hand. But the main thing, vibrato, right here.
And tell them how much do you move when you're vibrating? I see a lot of kids trying to do a big, giant...
Minimal. You can see, do you see my hand is not moving very much? As soon as you start getting...
Just right across
as soon as you start going crazy like that, that looks crazy, first of all. And you're going to end up with a really wobbly sounding vibrato, and it's impossible to be loose as soon as you go up into your instrument. So everything, it's rocking just a little bit, and it's a little bit different. You're on a cello, you've got a slightly different angle, but you still have, you're not going to be doing a big wobbly vibrato. It's still just going to be gentle, smooth, rolling back and forth, and keeping it as relaxed and even as you can.
Great, thank you. Now, since I've been doing this with my students, the advice I give them is do it about 2 to 3 times a day for about 2 or 3 minutes, and do it when you're doing, usually when you're in class at school, or now when you're watching Zoom videos with your classrooms. Just 2 minutes, just kind of hold it here, and 2 minutes at a time, and make sure it's really, really relaxed. Do it when you watch TV. So this motion starts being something that is just part of you, that you don't think about, you don't tighten up. It just feels easy and free and fun.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you, Dr. Domike, for your help today. And I miss all of you, and keep practicing, and make sure you send in your audition videos. Thanks. Have a great week.